Hey guys, Plumber Hammer here, straight from the plumbing van. I've got a little bit of time before work and figured I haven't done a video from the plumbing van in a while, so why not? I am Plumber Hammer after all. Should stick to the brand and keep y'all in mind that, yeah, I am in fact a plumber. Got my Rheem water heaters patch. VTuber Christian Von something. We're just gonna say Christian Von Helsing because that sounds cool. He's a VTuber. He doesn't like to show his face on the YouTube. I don't mind. He recently put out a video talking about a new rule that might come into play for Warhammer 40k. It is a rule that is meant to cut down on spamming units. It's called the Limited Resources Rule. A lot of people have a theory that Games Workshop will test out rules in Age of Sigmar, and then they'll actually put the rules into play in 40k. So right now, if you are a tournament player, you probably notice that an army is going to consist of the max 3 of whatever unit is given the most love at that moment. I think they call that meta. I could be wrong. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, you see it a lot. This unit's good, so I'm going to bring the most of that unit that I possibly can. And potentially, there's going to start being a premium for that. We could possibly see you paying 5 points for every repeat unit that you bring in your list. And it's going to boil down to basically, while you write your list, you have to question, like, is this unit worth being down 5 points from the get-go? I guess some people ask that question because they just don't want to paint their armies. So they're kind of like, well, can I win with my gray army being down 10 points from the get-go? You know, I like to poke fun at folks that don't like to paint. But seriously, if you really don't want to paint your army, I will paint your army. Like, seriously. But yeah. So the question is, how do we feel about this rule? Is it going to be good for tournaments? Is it going to be bad for tournaments? Are people going to be disappointed that now they can't bring 3 of the best unit without being 10, 15 points in the hole? Me personally, here's my go at it. I love it. But that's because I kind of love variety on the tabletop. And I think anything that forces us to get more creative with our list building is that much more fun. Now it's not just a matter of, well, this is the best thing in this army, so that's what I brought 3 of. And I know logically that makes the most sense. Like, sure, yeah, this unit is really cheap and deals a lot of damage, so I'm going to bring 3 of it. But it's not going to be that simple anymore if this rule goes through. And I'm fine with it. The more math hammer you have to do while you're building a list, the more creativity you have to do when building a list, the less specialists you have in one specific area, I think it's going to make the games more interesting. I think that there's going to be so much more variety. There's going to be more things on the tabletop. And as somebody that's really into lore, I listen to lore on Audible every day. Right now I'm listening to Dead Men Walking, which is a Deathcore of Krieg novel. I think that's a complaint that we hear a lot about tournament play versus narrative play. The narrative guys, they like to poke fun at us and say, well, you would never see that army configuration in the narrative, in the lore. There's only 2 of those vehicles in existence, and here you got 3 on the tabletop. I get it. It's laughable. But maybe that's also why it's called the limited resources rule, is there really aren't that many of that unit. And an army would be something that's just barely scraped together. A lot of the stories in the Black Library, you find them being stories about armies of desperation. This army was literally the best that planet could come up with to repel a Necron's uprising. Oh man, drat. Our Agra world is actually a tomb world. Well, let's bolt some las cannons onto these tractors, and we're gonna give a go at it. But that isn't really the case. That was an exaggeration. But most of the time it is armies of desperation. It's whatever we have left. A lot of these stories take place after the main battle has already occurred and it's coming down to the final wire, and we've got one predator, some guys with bolters, and that's it. More variety on the tabletop. That's what I'm most excited about. There's going to be so many more units. Your hardos are still going to bring just triples of the good stuff, and they're still going to wreck. They're going to be like 15 points in the hole. You take those 15 points because I'm going to score them right back. But people like me, I need every point I can get. So I'm going to be bringing that variety if they go forward with this. So that's my take on it. If you were offended by my not liking unpainted armies, I'm sorry. If I play you, seriously, I'll paint your army for you. I just like painted armies myself. I know some people are more into playing the game. Yeah, I'll paint your army for you. I'll do anything to lessen the number of unpainted armies in this world. And the limited resources rule. Let me know what you think. I want to see in the comments. I think it's a good thing. I think it shakes things up. Anything that shakes things up is a good thing in my opinion. So yeah, let's talk about it. This has been Plumber Hammer from the Plumbing Truck. Got my channel locks. Oh yeah, channel locks. What's up? So, talk to y'all later.